Hi there everyone, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and thank you for joining me for another tutorial today. We're going to be using our lovely fox today. We're going to blend backgrounds with our elements. We're also going to use some spritzing technique and actually dip the card into the inks to give you a nice background. So let's get started. So I've got my lovely silicone mat here and I'm going to pop down some of this Della blue from our Elements range and also some lime punch. I think these two colours go really lovely together. And then I'm just going to use some water in my spray bottle and spritz over the top. And then we'll just pick that colour up on the card, like so. Okay, so we can always add more colour as we go along, so that's just a nice base to start with. I'm going to wipe that up and let's just dry that off. Okay, let's bend that back into shape, and now let's use our lovely fox. I'm going to pop that down. And this time I'm going to ink up in the Tulip Red, which is a really vivid red, but we're going to calm that down by inking up in the black. So I've got my little finger dauber here, and then I'm just going to apply some of that black around the edge. And this just gives us a really nice two-tone. You can always add a bit more colour a little later on. So I'm going to pop him down around about there and give that a good press. And there we go. So I've got my red pastel pencil here, and if I just want to blend that black and the red together, and just keep playing with the colours, layering it over the top. This is what's great about the pastel pencils. You know, you can just keep on blending just until you get that desired colour. So I've got my hill mask here, and I'm going to pop that down around about there, and then using the graphite, inking up on the stencil brush, and I'm going to just sweep that colour up. And again, by doing that, it gives that illusion that there's snow down at the bottom here. I'm going to just blend a little bit more ink just down the very bottom. And then around the edge. Build up that colour gradually. Don't be tempted to put too much on too soon. now I've got my moon, I'm going to pop that over the top as well. And again, I think this time I'm going to ink up in the Della blue. I don't want anything too harsh. So I just work my way around the edge. Like so. So I've got our fern branch here. I'm going to ink this up in the Golden Meadow. I'm going to start light and then deepen the colour as we go along. So now I'm going to use the Shady Lane. And then lastly, I'm going to use our other branch from the set. And this time I'm inking up in the Twilight. I'm going to do a branch a little bit further over and I'm going to hang something from there. So this is from our previous collection of new stamps. We've got a couple of stars and a bauble there. And I'm going to hang those from the tree. So let's ink up. I think I'm going to go back to the Twilight. And just find a branch to hang off. That down and another one. And then we've got a star as well. I'll hang that one a little bit further up. I'll do another one of those. I'll tape off first and do one in the background. We'll do the same with the other one. So ink up, take off, and let's pop that one in the background there. Okay, so Posca pen now. Lovely Posca pen, and I'm going to just dot around to create that snow falling effect. And it really does stand out against that dark colour. And got one of our metallic bronze here as well, one of our metallic pens, and I'm just going to dot a little bit over the fern. And then lastly, a few little dots of our glue pen, and I'm going to find a nice glitter to go over the top just to give it that little bit of a sparkle. I think I'll put a little down at the bottom here as well. And I've got vintage shimmer, so let's sprinkle that over the top. Tap that off, and that's just giving it a really nice finish. And there it is. And you can see how quick and easy it is to create a nice background, a nice sort of dramatic background, just by sweeping up those colours after you've spritzed it in the water. Thanks so much for joining me again, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.